Hello, everybody. My name is Kate Quigley. I work for the United Way of Connecticut 211. I am our lead resource specialist and project manager, and I am happy to be providing this training today in order to educate everyone on how to access food resources from our 211ct.org website. We are presenting this training in light of the COVID-19 crisis. So some of the information will pertain to that, while others will be a tool for you to know how to navigate our website to access food resources for anyone in Connecticut. So we're going to start right here with a live demo of our 211ct.org website. At the very top is our coronavirus COVID-19 banner. If you click that, you're going to find some information about the crisis, about the state's website, ct.gov/coronavirus. But what I'd like to draw your attention to for the sake of this training is our 211 resource guide for community-based programs. This is a compilation of resources that we are identifying based on people calling us to 211, the needs that are being presented right now in light of the crisis. So there are some frequently asked questions about the health concerns around the virus, but then the more social and human service needs around food and nutrition, transportation, financial assistance, housing, etc. I'm going to jump right into the food and nutrition section. So it's here on the right side of this document. So we have a wide range of resources in our database, and they are broken out here by category. So information on home delivered meals, food distribution, the mobile food pantry sites that are offered through the Food Share and Connecticut Food Bank agencies, who are extremely helpful to us during regular times, but now more than ever during this COVID crisis, we want to extend a lot of gratitude out towards Food Share and the Connecticut Food Bank for keeping us updated on changes to their food programs. We have information around school meals, benefits programs such as SNAP and WIC, other options to consider, and then a coronavirus food access topic page, which provides more detailed information. This is a record within our database that our staff are using, but it's available to the general public. General reminders, links into such things as food pantries, soup kitchens, home delivered meals, and you'll see further down a few other options. So I'm going to actually go back into our homepage here. And for those of you who've never used our website before, there's a few different ways to search. I'm going to scroll down and show you our category search first. And we're going to choose food, but there are other options, especially if you're working with people who have specific needs, either utilities, housing, they're coming back into the community from being incarcerated. We have a lot of topics here for today. We're going to choose food, and we break these out by category: emergency food, meals, and suggested reading. When you expand the category, you're going to get the direct links into our database. So all of these are hyperlinked, and it will provide you with a statewide look at all of these resources. And then for meals, congregate meals, home delivered meals, farmers markets, and then our suggested reading provides some more details about some of these benefit programs. WIC, food stamps, those are accessible for free on our website. And we would just like to make everyone aware that any of the programs that people may be needing right now in light of the health crisis, the recommendation is that folks really should call ahead to any program, a food pantry or a soup kitchen, even if they are needing some help from their city or town. Calling ahead is the best guidance right now, because most offices, state offices, town offices, they're working remotely. They're still helping people, but they're working remotely, so there's no in-person assistance. Food pantries and soup kitchens especially have had to make some modifications to the way they distribute food. So some of them do drive-up services now. Some of them have modified hours. So it's advised to call ahead for any of these programs, not just food, but especially food. I'm going to go back to our website homepage again. And here in the search box, you have some more options. If you just click into it, you're actually going to get some suggested terms based on need that are behind the scenes populated with all of the resources that would meet these needs. And these are the needs that come in through our call center that are the most common. I'm going to choose, I need food. Okay, and I'm actually going to put in a county for this first search. So I'm going to say Middlesex County and make sure I choose Connecticut and not Massachusetts or New Jersey. So Middlesex County, Connecticut, this would be I need food resources that serve Middlesex County. We click search. And there are a lot of categories behind the scenes here. We're only seeing the first 4, but if I say show categories, you're going to see that all these terms, all these resources are embedded behind the scenes for this need of I need food. So you'll see there's 60 resources here total for Middlesex County for all of these needs. And so I'm actually going to narrow that down a little bit farther, but I just wanted you to know you can search by county. You will see the pins on the Google map to the right of any search that you run, whether it's by zip code, town, county, what have you. The map always populates, and each of these pins corresponds to the records on the left. So if you choose one or hover over it, you're going to get a little bit of information, and then you'll see that that's the resource to the left. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and put in a zip code. I'm going to stick with Middlesex County, but I'm going to say 06457 for Middletown. Plug that in, click search again. So from 60 resources in the county, we've narrowed it down to 25 resources that serve Middletown. And because these are food resources and the days of the week tend to vary when people can obtain food, I'm going to show you how to filter. So click show advanced filters. There's many options here. I'm going to do day of the week. So let's say someone can only access food on a Wednesday. You click the day, you filter the results, and now the results have dropped down to 19. Okay? I'm going to go through these fairly quickly and show you how to use the My 2-on-1 account to build a customized list of resources that can be saved and shared with people. If you have taken a look in your own time and gone through these resources, again, which is a compilation of options, and you think that all of these are good for someone that you're helping, someone that you're working with, there's a quick way to add all of the resources into a list. So you say add page results to a list. Now you can create a new list, or I'm already logged into my account. You can select a list that you've already created. For the sake of this, we're going to say food resources Middletown. So we create a new list, and there you have it. All those 19 resources in one click have been added into your list. So if you wanted to go one by one by one, or if you wanted to take some of these out, let's say the person you're working with doesn't need a home delivered meal, you can X out of that and it restarts it for you there. Let's say, obviously, it's not quite summer, so the summer food service program doesn't really apply, and we see that these are narrowing down. They don't need SNAP, they already have SNAP, right? So now you've run this list, and maybe you just want to add a few of these to a customized list for a particular person. So we're going to say congregate meal meets the needs of this person over 60 I'm working with. We're going to add it to a list. I'm going to create a new list. So list for Susan, let's say, okay? And one of those, one resource is then been added. Now we have the second one that is also in Middletown. It's a regular food pantry. And as you'll see, I'm going to click into the details here. We've put in notes if there's a different way that people access the food, like I mentioned a moment ago. Due to COVID-19, food pickup is grab and go only, no appointment necessary. So you just have to go during when they're available. We're going to add this one to Susan's list for Susan. Okay, I'm going to go back to the results and just show you one more, add to list for Susan, and add. Now, with this list for Susan, how do we get this to Susan? We go to our My 2-on-1 account, we drop it down and go to our resource lists, which are going to be filtered by the most recent. In my case, that's the filter I've set. There's a couple different ways to filter, so by name or by date created. But here we see what we've just done. List for Susan, and then that big list, food resources, all of them for Middletown. But I want to share this list with just Susan. And I'm going to click share. So I can either email her or text her. I can put in a comment. Don't forget to call food pantries, right? And then we'd send it right off to her. This is the way, now more than ever, that we can stay connected with people and provide them resources if we can't see them in person, or if it's challenging with technology to talk to folks or use, you know, Zoom meetings to see people. You can still do this work in email or text people these really important critical resources, especially during this time. So we empower you to create an account if you haven't. I'll log out of my account so you can see what it looks like on the home page for you to log in. It's this button here, log in. Click that. All we need is, excuse me, I chose the wrong one. So sign up. All we need is your email and you create a password. That's it. We're not going to send you any other emails about this. This is really just to get you into the account and then it's yours. All the lists that you create are saved indefinitely. You can make them as long as you'd like, and you can share them with as many people as you would like, okay? I'm actually just going to log back in really quickly, show you one more thing. I'm going to go back to my list for the resources serving just Middletown. And I just want to open the list. Let's say I did this list and then a week later I forgot what I put in there. So I look, but I notice as I'm scrolling that maybe this Amazing Grace Food Pantry, maybe I've heard that they're closed because they don't have any more volunteers to work the food pantry. But I don't really know how to get a hold of 211 to tell them that. Anyone, whether you work for an agency, whether you're just a good citizen that wants to share in this information sharing process, update this listing is the button to choose. It presets it for you. So if you're an agency and you're in your account, you can publish a note. Let's say you are closed and you publish that note. Anyone in the public visiting that record will see that. But if you want to suggest an edit and get a hold of my department, so I work in the Information Services Department, then you would do suggest an edit. You get this pre-filled form. All you have to do is write, just tell us who you are, your email, your phone, so we can follow up if needed. Write your update and hit submit. It comes right into my department and we act on those quickly. If we notice that it's not, you know, a regular contact we work with at Amazing Grace, we're still going to call Amazing Grace and get that update. So we're constantly verifying information as part of our regular role, but now more than ever, we're working more closely with the community partners to keep all this information as current as it possibly can be. The very last thing that I do want to show you, if you are a food pantry or a soup kitchen, again, you can update your listing with us if we need to make changes, but if you are new a food pantry or a soup kitchen we don't have in our system and you want to be, if you click the professionals tab on our website, if you scroll down just a little bit on the left, we have instructions on how to add an agency, and we actually have an intake form that's unique to a food pantry or a soup kitchen. So you would just fill this out, and again, as soon as you submit it, it comes right into my department, and we're happy to add that information, especially now. So with all of that being said, I just want to say a thank you to everyone out there who's working so hard to take care of us, to look out for us, and to point us in the right direction for resources that everyone needs right now. So we appreciate you all very much, and we wish you well. Thank you.